On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready for this thing to get started. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Pass to Johnson. Reza Shea with it. Young with the ball. Picked up by Hero. And the shot goes in.
If you overplay Trae Young, he will go right by you. He's going to make that adjustment.
And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat are one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Miami with the ball, following the 3 by Atlanta. Pass to Adebayo. Hero, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Daniels. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's Young after Tyler Hero's bucket. Trying to get open is Johnson. A nice shot by Young. Young's got his second basket.
Great job by Young there, not settling for a jumper and getting that ball close in.
Shot's good by Hero.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. They were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season. Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Here's Young. He's got 6. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. In the corner, Daniels. Young looking around. Pass to Reza Shea. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. And that's now 9 points for Reza Shea. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there by Johnson. With the drive. Banked in off the glass.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 Conference Finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
Now, here's Okongwu. Young outside. Into the lane. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And here's Young. After Tyler Hero hitting the 3. To the middle. Here's Ricochet. Shot clock at 6. Here's Johnson. He takes it in.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity. He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Kicks it out to Johnson for the 3. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Atlanta.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Back to Burks. Adebayo the screen. To the paint. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that's now 10 points for Tyler Hero. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Here's LeVert after Tyler Hero's bucket.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. When I came into this league as a defender, I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, D.A. is a two-way threat. And Burks hits 2 free throws. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Atlanta leading by 13. Here's Buffkin. Nothing on the board. And there's the drive. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Now the Heat with it. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shots good by Hero.
Pretty much having the green light on the offensive end. Tyler Hero gets explosive to score.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that.
Here's LeVert. That's tipped. They recover it. Inside. Second shot opportunity. And Capella with the layup. And the Hawks lead by 13.
Not a lot of plays drawn up for Capella, so his energy and involvement come from that kind of activity there.
Really left alone that time. Wiggins has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And that one is good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
On the wing, Wiggins. Down low. Fast break, the Hawks. Capella inside. LeVert with a wide open look. Hits the 3 from the wing. LeVert's got 5 now.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're gonna grind it out.
This team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big 3, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
Well, that's a great sign for Risacher, proving he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
And that one's good. Wiggins has got his second basket of the game. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. At one point, they led by 16. Risacher in the corner. Pass to Daniels. Another 3 for Atlanta.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Buries it from 3-point range. Burks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Tyler Hero picks one up.
Yeah, you really want to stay down on any kind of fake like that, so Trae Young does a nice job of coaxing the defense.
And so Young nails them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line. Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
The Hawks leading by 13. Young inside. It's Young on the wing. Uncovered. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Young's got 12.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Right back after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And Anderson slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Good. Officials got his first bucket in this one. The Hawks leading by 14. On the wing, Johnson. Now Daniels. He's got 5. Young from outside. Love grabs the board.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
The three-pointer is right on target. He's got 15.
Trae Young's dangerous because he's got that confidence and he's ready to shoot anytime he gets it.
Love outside. On the wing, Hawkins. Takes it from 10. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Lets it go from deep. And it's Risacher missing. The Heat trailed by 15. A solo fast break. And he makes that one.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Risacher. He's got 14. Kicks it out to Johnson. Oh, good with the triple. And here's Miami. Hawkins with a wide open look. Those three-pointers off the mark. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Okongwu down low. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Hawks lead by 15.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaime Hawkins. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. To the inside. Pass to LeVert. Second chance shot. Count the basket. LeVert's got 7 points in the game.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
That's a pick by Love. The kick out to Anderson. Takes a three. Love can't hit.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebound.
Now, here is Robinson. Following the miss by Kevin Love. Lets it go with the three. And no good. The Hawks leading by 14. LeVert in the corner. Good on the three-point shot. 10 points for him.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Back to Mitchell. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. The shot, no good.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
And every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Here's Bufkin. Back to Niang. Good if it goes. And that one released in time, but no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Hawks.
44.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so it's Atlanta with it. 17-point lead, their biggest. Now here's LeVert. Off with the layup.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Adebayo. Can't hit from in close. The Hawks leading by 17. Here's Mann. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake. Mann's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Atlanta. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Bufkin. Pass to Capella. Chalk up two there.
And Capella just smashing through the contact on the inside that time.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. That's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Substitution on the board.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. And again, it's the Heat missing.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from it.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Back to Burks. Picked away. 3 on 3. A nice shot by Young. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Young driving inside. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Defenders just too worried about Trey pulling up on the shot, so he took advantage and just flew by him.
Hero, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Young, good. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Back to Johnson. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Okongwu. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks break, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Master Burks takes the 3. Miami no good on that time either.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And yes, it's good.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. And a wide open look for Hero. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
That's a go-to shot for Tyler Hero, so confident in his ability to connect from deep.
Young outside. Rizaje with it. And here's Daniels. It's blocked.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Atlanta.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trey Young.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
Fires away from way outside. And Ware pulls it down. And here are the Heat now. Here's Hero. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
His first.
And how about the moxie of this kid? Hero has flair to his game. He's fun to watch. And I tell you, he wouldn't be any fun to play against.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now Young. Driving in. He gets it in there.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going fully on display here.